Today I wanted to share with you guys how I got into UPENN, which is the school that I will be going in the fall. Today I'm going to be taking you through my very first week as an UPENN student. So it's been a very long time since I had a sit down and chat video. I think the last time I gave you guys an update about UPENN was on my first day of school as a freshman, which is so crazy. It's so long ago. But now I'm a junior going into my second semester. So I thought, why not give you guys a long-awaited review and update on how UPENN has been. And I'm gonna be completely honest. I've tried filming this video like maybe 1 or 2 times in the past couple of years. And every time it always became sort of a complaint about how everything was so terrible and how much I didn't like UPENN and how much I was struggling. But honestly, new year, new me. I've come to really start to appreciate and become really grateful of the things that I've been able to do because of UPENN and the people that I've met. I'll just give you guys a honest rating. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I'm sure last year I would have said it was a 3 or 4 out of 10 because I was really struggling. But I think what made me raise my rating so much is because I wasn't aware of the blessings I received back then. But honestly, UPENN has given me so many good opportunities, from meeting new people to having amazing professional opportunities to also having travel opportunities, and I'm gonna go into all of that today. So yes, a 7 out of 10. And I'm gonna be completely real, it's because of the friends that I've made. So as I said before, I was having a really hard time meeting people, especially in freshman year. I went on campus at Penn on second semester of my freshman year because everything was closed down. So we had our first semester remotely. Being remote was not the best. Not gonna lie, I did like being at home and being taken care of by my parents. But I feel like I couldn't really retain all the information that I was getting. Like, I was not getting the education that I wanted because I was mainly on my phone during lecture times and I had my camera off. I really wasn't motivated to be paying attention in class. And also, I really wanted to build organic relationships. I was such a big person on building organic relationships. So I didn't reach out to anyone by phone, like through social media, through Canvas, which is the student portal that we're using. I really hated the idea of reaching out to someone and be like, hey, can we be friends? Because I started hating texting after high school. I did meet some people online, very few of them, and very few of them actually stuck. I went into campus not knowing a lot of people, but I guess I was the only one that was like, I want to form organic relationships because everyone else had friends already. So I was struggling a lot, especially in my freshman and sophomore year. I think I was just really focused on meeting new people, that I was reaching out to everyone. Every single day, I felt the need that I had to fill up my schedule. Lunch and dinner, coffee time boba, I had to do it always with someone. And I was so afraid of being the loner that would eat alone, so I never did.
I'm not trying to insinuate that everyone needs to have friends, and a lot of them, in fact. I think this is just kind of like a personal journey that I had to go through myself, because I do know that some people just enjoy having their time alone and they're okay with not having that many friends. But because of my insecurities, I felt like I needed to have a lot of friends. So I'm not trying to bring anyone down. It's just a clarification.
So because of that, I became very burnt out, very stressed out, and I think that's what made my experience at UPENN so tiring, because I was always so focused on the idea that I have to have friends, I have to have a social life, because if not, then this is not college. Through all of that, I didn't meet amazing friends, either through classes, from struggling together to celebrating each other's successes, and also through clubs. And honestly, these people that have stuck until today have been the greatest blessings I have. I made amazing friendships that are actually deep, and really thankful for the people that actually stuck by me when I was having mental breakdowns, and also the people that I have mental breakdowns with. When I look back, yes, I was struggling at the moment, but now that I'm a junior, I really just don't feel the need to always be filling up my schedule, and I don't have fear of missing out. Like I really just feel settled. Now I'm looking back and I'm like, wow, I really am blessed by all the friends that I have. And I would say because I was so focused on meeting so many new people, I do have a good amount of friends. One thing though is I do not have a friend group. And I know a lot of people in college are like, oh my god, like I have to find the perfect friend group and we're gonna have so much fun, gonna go on trips together, like I'm gonna do everything with them. I got out of high school from a big friend group. Last thing I wanted was to have a friend group. I hated the drama. I really wanted to expand my scope of people, and I feel like one regret I had from high school was not seeing outside of the circle of friends that I already had, and I really just wanted to make that a different thing for college. I didn't want to have a friend group, so I mainly focused on one-on-one interactions with people. And maybe that's why I have deeper relationships with people and I feel more safe with them. I'm not gonna lie that sometimes even today I get a bit worried and I do miss the feeling of being settled. So I am a bit worried about not knowing who I'm gonna do certain things with. For example, my birthday. My birthday's coming up in February. I don't know who to celebrate it with because I have so many people, but like they're all scattered around. I don't have a group to celebrate with. There's also this thing called Heyday. It's a tradition at Penn. I don't know who to celebrate that with either. So it is still a bit of a mental toll, but I think I've really come to appreciate the relationships I have today, and I just keep meeting new people. That's an amazing part of it too. Even though I'm a junior, it really never stops. I'm filming this at 2 p.m. by the way. I was struggling so much to find good lighting, and I turned on my freaking lighting and now the sun's coming out. So that's great. It's just really amazing that friendships never stop forming. And honestly, because I'm not in a settled, tight, cliquey friend group, I've been able to expand my scope of people, and it's really been amazing to talk to new people and like get to hang out with them. I really am blessed, and I think because of this, all the relationships I've formed, I really love it. I think that's what's making Penn so great for me, and I'm honestly really excited to continue these friendships and seeing where they go after college even. So the next thing I wanted to touch on is nursing. If you've seen my previous videos on UPENN, I am a nursing student and it's been a journey. So I don't know if I talked about this before in my previous videos, but I actually didn't want to do nursing in the beginning. I wanted to go into business and management, like music management. I was a very big person on that. But suddenly I decided to pursue nursing because I wanted to help people in a more, I guess, humane, impactful way. Nursing was never my biggest passion. I always sucked at STEM. I was good at math, but science, bro, oh my god, science was the death of me. I was so bad at it, and I never saw myself going into STEM because of that. But look at us now, nursing. Nursing has been very interesting for me. I've had mental breakdowns every semester, but my goal this year is no more semesterly mental breakdowns, because I know for a fact that God has a path for me, and that path is nursing. So that's why I'm at Penn. I never thought I would get into Penn, honestly, and the fact that I did, it's all because of God. I think the main concern with nursing is that because I was not very interested in it, like it was not my passion. I didn't feel interested in learning deeply and retaining the information. So we had to take anatomy and physiology. That's like the hardest class you'll ever take in nursing school. And then we have pharmacology. During those periods of times, freshman and sophomore year, I was not very interested in nursing, I'm gonna be really honest, and I really just was doing it to graduate. Like, I just wanted to start working. I wasn't really interested in what I was learning. Like, I just wanted to pass the exam, pass the class, and just graduate and be happy, start working. But I realized that that made me feel so shallow, because everyone else just seemed so much more focused and so much more competent than I did. Because I was like this freshman and sophomore year, like just the idea, like focus on passing. Like, I had my first clinical last semester and I gotta tell you, first day, terrible. It really kicked me in the ass. I realized that I really had to make this a focus of mine and actually try to learn. So I'm gonna tell you a bit about my experience on my first clinical in med-surg. I was in the neurology department. I think in the beginning I was not very worried about it, because I was like, oh, like it's just a clinical, like I'm just talking to people, like it's nothing really. But my first day I got so grilled by my clinical instructor. Like she would ask me so many questions. It wasn't only about doing an assessment and giving meds, it was also about knowing and integrating why you were doing the things that you were doing. So that's why it really kicked me in the ass, because I didn't know what I was doing. I was just following the little routine, but I didn't know why, and I really didn't know how to assess them correctly. And that's when I realized that I really am not good at this. I'm not competent enough for this. And that day was the day I literally broke down in tears in front of my clinical instructor. It was kind of embarrassing when I look back, but honestly I think it was necessary. It was very necessary for me to have that humbling experience, because if I didn't, I would still be right now not be interested, and imagine type of nurse I would be, just literally terrible. But because I had that experience, I was able to start refocusing and really start caring. So after that, I reviewed all my systems. I reviewed the assessments, what I was supposed to look for. I reviewed medications, and I made sure to retain and use my clinical time to actually learn, instead of just sit there and just be like, oh, this is just what I have to do. I just have to do the assessment, give meds, and say goodbye. It's not. For the 12 hours that you're sitting there, you're actually doing research on why does this person have this? Why are the assessments that they're doing important? Why are these meds given? And honestly, the more I did it, the more interested I became. Learning the social determinants of this person, of the patient, and knowing what they've been through, and then connecting it to the illness that they're confronting is actually very interesting to me. And I was very surprised. And honestly, I really wouldn't have gotten that far if it wasn't because of my clinical instructor. My clinical instructor was great. A lot of people didn't like her because she was very intense, but honestly, she gave me so much support. She would tell me every day, you got this, Anna, I support you. And maybe, yeah, she grilled me the first day, and maybe I was resenting her for that, but honestly, that's what pushed me to become a better nursing student. So when I transitioned from med-surg neurology, we went into a different department, in a different unit, and I went into oncology. And honestly, it was great. It was a great experience. I actually really did like it, and I don't know if I can see myself doing nursing forever, but honestly, I come to appreciate the work. I think I'm definitely more ready to learn more. Now I'm gonna go into the psych clinical and then pediatric clinical. I am a little nervous, but I think I have more confidence on myself. I think that's another thing. I didn't feel competent in the beginning, and I felt that everyone was more competent than I was. I didn't feel confident at all, but now I do feel more confident. And honestly, if you're feeling the way that I was feeling, if you're in nursing school, to be completely honest, you don't know what other people are going through. You don't know what other people are feeling, and maybe they're also feeling competent. Maybe the people that you think are so smart and so competent and know what they're doing, maybe they don't know what they're doing. So you're not alone. I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm still in nursing. I'm really proud of the journey that I've gone through, and honestly, the journey is still 1.5 more years. So maybe there will be another update, but yeah, that's nursing for me. Next, I want to talk about the clubs that I've joined. I haven't joined as many clubs as most other students have. I think a complaint I do have about UPenn is that it can be pretty competitive in terms of club activities. You have to submit an application, you have to go through interviews, so that's why I'm not doing a lot, because honestly that idea just stresses me out. I did join a few clubs and I did leave some, and I'm more active in others. So I'm gonna touch on the ones that I've joined and the ones that I'm doing currently. So first of all, I did join a sorority, Sigma Psi Zeta. It's one of the Asian interest organizations on campus. Everyone's so talented, everyone's so diverse too. Even though, yeah, we're all Asians, we all come from different places, and it's great meeting people outside of nursing. I feel because I'm only taking nursing classes, I'm surrounded by the same people every single day. But being a Sigma really helped me to expand out and just meet people of other majors and outside of the School of Nursing. And honestly, I'm the only nursing student. So if you're a girly, if you're an Asian girl that wants to recruit for Sigma Psi Zeta sorority and you're in nursing, please do so, because I need more nursing girls in this thing. In Sigma, I've made amazing friendships, I'm not gonna lie. My big was amazing. She did graduate when I was a freshman, so she's gone. But I did make amazing friendships, and honestly, if you are at Penn or any school, I do recommend joining a close-knit organization where you can actually like bond with people. I have 2 to 3 amazing friends in Sigma, and honestly I love them so much, and I'm really happy that Sigma brought me to these people, because if I wasn't in Sigma I probably would have never met them, and I would be in a completely different point in life. There's a lot of prejudice against Greek organizations. I'm gonna blame the white organizations, I'm sorry. Like, those go crazy. I think the Asian ones at Penn, it's really innocent. I really do encourage you to at least try it out, meet people, and honestly I grew so much professionally, socially, and I'm not here to advertise. Honestly, like I've had a lot of ups and downs with Sigma because I was an e-board at one point and I got really stressed out and frustrated, but honestly I did grow. Oh, speaking of such, in Sigma I was marketing chair, and I was also VP of internal events and also program educator assistant. So through these 3 positions I grew a lot on how you communicate with others and also how you can execute things. Honestly, grew a lot, learned a lot. Another club I joined is an a cappella group, Pansori. It's a Korean American a cappella group, and I joined it on my sophomore year, first semester. Honestly, I gotta be real with you, like that was my last choice. If you're a singer and you're trying to go into UPenn, you probably already researched a bunch of a cappella groups. There are amazing ones, Counterparts, Off the Beat. Those are the most well-known a cappella groups at Penn, and I really wanted to be part of it. I really did. I auditioned for like 8 groups. I got callbacks for about like 6. I was really excited because I made it to the last round of callbacks for Off the Beat, but unfortunately my roommate got COVID, and I was just trying to be a safe, health conscious nursing student, so I decided to not go to the in-person final round of callbacks, and I did it online. But that only happened for all the groups that I got final callbacks for, except for Pansori's. I don't know the real reason why I got rejected. Obviously, I don't think I'm like the most amazing singer. Obviously, I do love singing. I put it on my channel all the time, but things turned out that way. And I joined Pansori. At first I was so like adamant about it. I didn't like I was with only Asians. I hated the idea of only being surrounded by Asians, by the way. I really wanted to be diverse, but I did completely the opposite at the end. But honestly, I love the group. The group is amazing, and we're really growing a lot. I did think in the beginning we were lacking a bit, but the more we stayed together as a group, the more we grew and the more we sounded better. There is a growth, and that's because we all became a family and we all became committed to make our group better. And now I'm vice president. The people in Pansori, they're so crazy, they're so weird, but I love them. They're like, I feel like I can be weird too. It's a safe place, honestly. And I get to sing songs that I probably would have never chosen to sing in my life. But here I am living my K-pop dreams from when I was a freshman in high school. So really grateful. So those are the 2 main clubs I'm part of. And I was in other ones previously, but I wasn't really active on them, or like I just left. So we're not gonna touch on those. But we're gonna continue on to the next topic. The next topic is travel opportunities. UPenn can give you so many travel opportunities. I realize that not many schools are able to give this many connections to other universities around the world. So it's really just amazing that I can use my time at school, my summer, and my tuition, receive money from the school to also go traveling to other places for internship or professional experiences. I think the main one that I will be talking about is my Global Research Internship Program, or other words, GRIP. This last summer, I went to Ecuador for an internship at a nonprofit organization called Mana Project International. And honestly, it was one of the best yet most tiring things I've ever done in my life. Like, I'm just gonna put it bluntly. It was very disorganized, but I loved it. I got to go to a country that I probably never thought I would ever visit, Ecuador. Like, that's probably people's last country to visit. Other than Galapagos Islands, like, no one actually goes to Ecuador to like see the culture. But I did because of an internship opportunity that Penn had connections with. And honestly, I'm gonna be so real. Ecuador is one of the most underrated beautiful countries in the world. It's so beautiful, so many cities, and so much rich culture. And honestly, like, even though the internship itself was not the best because I was dealing with kids all day, it was so nice being in a different country and getting to learn of a new culture. I am Venezuelan, so I was expecting similar things, but honestly, a lot of things are different. Like, the food is different, the music is different, the dialect is different. So it was really cool to get to learn new things and using my summer to enrich myself culturally and also professionally. And the fact that Penn gave away this travel opportunity for me is just great. I was also able to join a class at Penn called Comparative Health Systems for Nursing, which takes you to Spain at the end of the year. So in the summer, I'll be going to Spain for 10 days. And that's so cool. Like, the more I think about it, it's so cool. I feel like studying abroad is something, but like getting to learn the healthcare system of a place and then going to the actual country to experience the healthcare system is just so crazy to me. And because I have a focus on healthcare management, like a minor in healthcare management, then I'm able to also like put this together and just learn about a new healthcare system while also enjoying myself in the beautiful country of Spain. And there's so many classes like that. There are Penn Global seminars, there are other comparative health systems classes that go to other countries. So honestly, if you're at Penn, take advantage of those classes and those internship opportunities. Use your time in school to also go travel other places. Your early 20s is the time to explore, learn more about you, learn more about the world, and make relationships, make connections around the world. And I'm really glad like Penn had that and has given me those opportunities, so I'm really excited. One of the last things I want to cover in this video is Philly itself, the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Honestly, when I applied to UPenn, I applied ED thinking that I would not get in, and then I ended up going. So I never visited Philly ever in my life. It never clicked that the environment itself would affect your experience. It does. Philly is probably not my favorite city. I know a lot of people say otherwise, like there's a lot of people that think Philly's amazing, like blah blah, but honestly for me, it's not it. Very old. The weather is so bipolar, like it'll be sunny one day and then it'll be raining, pouring the other day, and it'll be back to sunny. Some days it'll be 80 degrees, other days will be 60 degrees, and then it's just crazy. There's no like consistency, and I don't like that. And I like Southern California because it's so consistent and I don't have to like battle with the weather. I guess there's some cute parts of Philadelphia, especially in the winter. There's the Christmas Village. It's really cute, especially when you go with your friends. And I also do like taking myself on little solo dates in the morning or in the afternoon. And Philly is great because it's really just like a straight line, and then there's like, it's just a single street and there's just a bunch of buildings around. But it does have its flaws. The worst part is that we have one big supermarket on campus called Acme, and it's hell expensive, but the quality is so bad. Like, it got closed down for like 2 days because of some infestation problem, and then they opened up again like 2 days later. That's the nearest supermarket, and it's really annoying. I really just don't understand. I'm trying to be positive in this video, but like I really can't with University City. I don't want to end this video being so negative, but I guess obviously Philly can be a bit annoying sometimes, but with the right company, I do think it's worth it. Wow, very nice. Yes. So this is pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video, since this video is already getting kind of long. But thank you guys for watching. I hope this review was helpful or entertaining about my life. If you are going to UPenn, I hope that use all the advice I gave you and that you just honestly make all your 4 years at UPenn continuing to be grateful. Like, don't focus on the bad things, don't focus on your struggles. Everyone's struggling, honestly, and like just focus on the good things that you have. I think that's what I was lacking of, and now that I'm a junior, I regret not having this mindset when I was a freshman and sophomore, because I feel like that would have made everything so much more enjoyable. So I really hope that you take this advice to heart and I also hope I continue taking this advice to myself in the next 1.5 years. Really hope that if I do make a senior year review or like a graduate review, I will say that I had a 10 out of 10 experience in my last 1 to 2 years at Penn. I really want to focus more on the good things and the things that I've been so blessed to have. And honestly, that's also you. I'm really grateful for all the people that have watched my previous videos on UPenn. I know a lot of people have sent me DMs on if I can see their essays or like help them with essays. Honestly, I've grown out of that. Like, I completely forgot how to write essays. That's not me. So I'm really sorry if I have never answered your DM request. I support you with everything, but there's a lot more going on in my life. But I really appreciate you guys reaching out, and I hope that you guys stay for more content. I really am trying to be more active on this channel, whether by singing or by vlogs or by having other sit-down chats. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And make sure to like this video if you liked it, and also subscribe, leave a comment, and I'm always answering and looking at your comments. But yeah, I hope you guys stay tuned for more videos. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye.